Hey friends. So every week this year when we have our story, you've noticed you may remember on the sideboard over by where we do our morning meeting, I always put up these. These are our skills for the week that's coming up that go along with our story. It's called our focus wall. And since we can't be at school, I went to the school and I brought our focus wall home to us. So these are the things that we're going to be working on this week. Our weekly story this week is called Peter's Chair, and it is by an author as well as Jack Keats, who's an author you probably may have heard of. They wrote the book called The Snowy Day, which is a book that's in our classroom. It's a very popular book, but this story is Peter's Chair. It is a realistic fiction story over here, which is a made-up story, but it could really happen. There's nothing outrageous in it. It's not pigs in wigs and oxes cooking on stoves. Nothing too crazy fantasy. Everything in it could happen in real life, but it actually didn't happen. The author still made it up. So it is still fiction. It's still fake, but it's realistic. It's real. It could happen. So realistic fiction is our genre. Our question of the week that we're going to be thinking about and talking about is, what treasures can we share at home? And on Tuesday, when you watch the Concept Talk video on the Pearson site, they talk more about this and they share what they mean by that and what treasures are and how we can share them. So I was hoping too that later this week, maybe on our Thursday Zoom call, we can actually take some time and share some treasures with each other that we have at home. I think that'll be fun. And we have for our main reading skill is theme. And theme is like the big idea, like the whole, what is this all about? And it says, when an author writes a story, he or she is often trying to tell readers something. Every story has one big idea or meaning. So good readers think about that when they're reading. They think about what the big idea is so that they can understand what the author has written. So here's a picture of two kids playing in the rain. And the big idea there is rainy days can be fun, right? So what's the meaning of this? What's the big idea behind this story? What's the point? And then we have text structure. And what that is using the story and what's on the page in the story to help you trying to figure out what the author's trying to say. So using the pictures, using the way that they wrote the words that they wrote. Sometimes they write things in all capital letters or bold or highlight things or write it some words bigger, right? So all of those are little clues that the author puts in to help share his big idea. And if you had a nonfiction book, then you might have things like diagrams and headings and maps and pictures and things with captions. So all of those are part of the text structure, the pieces of the book. And down here we have our phonics and spelling skills, our compound words, which we went over our spelling words already. And compound words, when you take two words and you put them together. You're not squishing them together to make them shorter, because that would be contractions, right? We pop letters out. These are just taking them and putting them together to make one word, like backpack, which is one of our spelling words. And also the vowel digraphs, UE, EW, and UI. And all of those sounds, those three spelling patterns, they all make the same sound, which is ew, ooh. So here we have this watermelon, which is a piece of fruit. And we have UI right in the middle, making the ooh sound. We also have on our spelling list suitcase with that ooh, as well as blue bird, another ooh word. There will be another video posted where I talk more about those ooh sounds, and I'm also sharing an Alpha Blocks video. I know you guys like those, and there is an Alpha Blocks video going over the ooh sound. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So these are all our big ideas and our focus wall for this week, and I hope you enjoy the story too. It is a good story. I like this one. And be thinking about what treasures we can share at home. Okay. Enjoy.